Episode 98.
Yes. And then let's do some tweeting. Hold on, let me get to. It's Championship Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
Championship Sunday. All right. How's your Sunday been so far, Chantee?
Honestly, it's been really smooth. I'm not gonna lie. It's been really smooth. Just trying to stay cool. Make sure y'all stay hydrated. I got
Very
my water.
important.
I ain't showing y'all which water I'm drinking because we ain't getting the bag yet. I need a water sponsor. We
Yeah,
need a water sponsor.
we do.
Like we need a water sponsor.
We do.
Okay? Like
We do. So, Eternal, Evian,
all y'all
um, all y'all.
tap in with us.
Shaw Fontaine. I'm even going over to Belgium. Y'all.
Oh,
Shaw Fontaine. Yo, we would love the sponsorship.
water sponsorship.
Come on. All right. That would be very lovely because your girls be hydrated over here.
Come on.
It's Hydration City. Okay.
What's up, Jody?
Jody. Jody, how was the book fair?
Right. We do need an update with that.
Yes. Hold on. I'm just tweeting on Twitter.
Yeah.
Get in here. Make sure your friends tell a friend to tell a friend to come join us. Um, Hold on.
Oh, Mr. Moyer, look at that.
Mr. Moyer's in the building?
Yeah, what's good?
Hey. Our good friends.
Jody said it was great. It was an awesome turnout. And she said thanks for asking.
That's what we love to
That's
see.
good.
The Bronx. Jody, I need to know when you doing another nature walk with those ladies, because very interested. Very, very interested. Let's get some bills out the way. Hi, y'all. Make sure y'all following us. Hey, 21 titles on every social media platform that you possibly are on. Twitter, or which I call it X these days, Instagram, LinkedIn, YouTube. We would love you on YouTube so you can get the notifications. But please make sure y'all following us. We would love to have you on this journey. And welcome. Welcome to the 21 Titles Weekly Recap. This is episode 98. Wow. Wow.
98.
Yeah, 98. Yeah, I mean, we are 21 Titles. My name is Wellness Brit, aka Brittany, and this is obviously the brainchild of 21 Titles.
Chantee. What's up, y'all?
And together we make up 21 Titles, which is essentially a consultancy firm attempting to create equity through community and collaboration. Our mission is to essentially pump and push and encourage professional and personal development for the student athlete, because we know now they are brands. So we love to come here on Sundays and essentially talk about the business of sports. Things underlying that topic include NIL, so name, image, and likeness. If you did not know, Chantee is an IP attorney. So this is her wheelhouse, and she deals with contracts and all those things that we should be talking about. I don't think we get privy to these conversations in the boardroom. So we essentially kind of want to bring those conversations to you, and have a discussion about that. So, but also, women's sports is very near and dear to our heart as being former student athletes and professional athletes. So, we talk about WNBA college. So today we're going to be recapping some WNBA games. So from Friday on to the weekend to today, we have some on right now. So hopefully you're tuning in to a game if you're not watching us. Or you can be doing it at the same time if that's your tea, if that's what you do. Me, I can't do too much. I'm not that gifted at multitasking when it comes to basketball. I'm serious. I can't watch 3 games at once. I gotta watch one at a time.
One at a time.
So yeah, then we're gonna be talking about some NIL. John Calipari has some thoughts about some things, transfer portal. So we'll get into that, and then we'll touch on some of the stuff about the NCAA house settlement that was recently passed. So let's get into it with some WNBA action.
Yeah, I'm thinking we should go from today backwards.
Okay.
So right now, I'm semi-multitasking, like Brittany said. We got the Seattle Storm versus the Liberty on right now. It's still the first, so we'll keep you updated about that. But Vegas versus Indiana, I had an opportunity to catch a game, and like Brittany said, I also cannot watch multiple games on at one time. I knew Brittany was going to be able to catch another game, so I was like, let me watch another game she's not watching. So the Indiana and Vegas game, Vegas won. They broke their losing streak today, and they won 89-81. But what I will say is that Vegas and their defensive woes are still a thing. They have so many defensive lapses. It's out of control. And it was hard to watch because they struggled so bad in defending the pick and roll when it was Caitlin and Aaliyah. I was like, God damn. I think in the first quarter, I feel like Caitlin Clark may have had 6 assists in the first quarter, and all 6 assists may be tied to Aaliyah Boston. I feel like a couple episodes ago we talked about Aaliyah Boston and how efficient she has been this season. I feel like it doesn't get talked about enough. She's not gonna do any razzle dazzle. She's not gonna do anything outside of what she has always done, which is just be efficient. I mean, her footwork is impeccable, and truth be told, dare I say that she was giving Asia Wilson some problems today. Asia Wilson was clearly a little bit frustrated today during the game. I think in the first quarter, I mean, she ended up doing what she needed to do. She ended up with 20 plus points for the game, which I don't think any of us doubted. Fine. But in the first quarter, I think she had 2 points or something like that. They held her to 2 points. Buckets that, yeah. I'm glad you said it. But yeah, and then on defense, she was giving Asia Wilson some issues. Shots that she normally makes, Asia makes, she was missing. She was missing free throws. She's been missing free throws for the last 2 games. She's missing free throws. She was missing bunnies at the basket. She had a few turnovers today. And I'm gonna give that to Aaliyah, and then also just Indiana and the defense that they played today. But as far as Vegas, on the defensive end, they got to do a lot better. They have to tighten it up. Kia Stokes, Caitlin Clark was playing defense on Kia Stokes today.
That's what?
What does that tell you?
What?
Yeah, Kia's not a defensive threat. That's all that means. And if I was Kia, I would feel some type of way about that. I would feel some I would feel some type of way about that. Um, she
She
has to
got,
produce. She has to produce offensively. She had 0 points today.
yeah, in the previous game, she had 4 points.
Yeah, and
Like,
so yeah, Caitlyn just had to sit. I mean, yeah. Um, Asia Wilson, like I said, she finished up with 24 points, 7 rebounds. Um, Chelsea Gray had 18 points. Jewel Lloyd had 10 points. And Jackie Young had 19 points. Aaliyah Nye has been such a great spark off the bench for Las Vegas.
yes, she has
It's
been.
given Becky, you may have to consider putting her in the
Mm-hmm.
starting lineup. Okay, you're
Mm-hmm.
gonna have to think about that. And I
Yes.
don't know if she has to think that hard because she's been really productive on offense, and that's something that obviously the Aces need. They're in dire need of. Um, so
Mm-hmm.
yeah, as far as Indiana goes, Caitlin Clark, she's been shooting poorly behind the three for the last few games. Today she shot 1 for 10 from the three. Um, she finished with 19 points though, 10 assists, 10 assists, 10 assists, 10 assists. Caitlin is always gonna find you.
Yeah.
She's gonna find you. And beyond finding Aaliyah on the pick and rolls, the back doors, she's gonna expose defenses or lack thereof. And that's what happened today. But Caitlin, yeah, she had 10 assists today. Kelsey Mitchell, she got hot in the fourth. She showed up big in the fourth for Indiana. She finished with 20 points. Aaliyah Boston, like I said, she had hot. She had 26 points today, 10 rebounds. She just filled up the stat line. Shot 12 for 19 from the floor. I just feel like a lot more people need to be talking about what Aaliyah Boston is doing over at Indiana, just really being efficient. But I will say that I am glad to see that Las Vegas got a game in. They in the win column, like Asia Wilson said immediately after the game. So that has to feel good, but they still do need to work on tightening up.
I mean, that's what happens when you got a new team. They, lost some pieces, added some pieces. So they just got to figure it out. I mean, I really like that Aaliyah Nye is definitely showing up as a rookie. Like
Mm-hmm.
this rookie class is a really good class. Like they showing up and they actually like really like contributing to the teams.
Yeah, they
So
are.
um I like that, but I think that the Aces they gotta, you know, they'll figure it out and
Mm-hmm.
keep moving along. The game I watched today, I got a chance to watch. Well, let me not lie. Let me not lie to the people. I partially watched the Wings versus Mystics. I unfortunately fell asleep taking a nap with my daughter um, during the game, but I seen that it went into overtime. It was a very competitive game the whole way through. The Wings started out really slow. I think after the first quarter, it was like 14-27.
Mm.
The Mystics were playing really, really well. Sonia Citron, what can we say? Girl is a hooper. She basically led the Mystics to victory today. Oh, that's what I was supposed to say. WNBA, I got a bone to pick with you. Bone to pick with you. So, like I said, I partially was able to watch the game, but I fell asleep. So I have the league pass. So I was like, let me just go back to the run it back and rewatch the game so I could see the last to see the extra quarter, the overtime. Why I go back and they only have the game up until regulation. There was no overtime. So what is that about? Yeah,
May I
what? I'm pissed off. because I can't.
Hopefully that's a upload blunder or something, and they're gonna fix that.
Somebody better. Somebody better fix it, because that's insane. That's this for me. This is the one reason why I have the league pass. Is so that I can go back and look at the games. And the fact that I didn't get to see the overtime, it better be an upload blunder, like Chantee said. It better be. It better be, because that's insane. I wanted to watch that before I got on here so I can discuss it with y'all, but I can't discuss overtime because I didn't get to watch it. And I'm a person that don't really like to watch the highlights because the highlights don't always show the entirety of what happened. Okay? But according to the Gamecast on ESPN, Sonia Citron hit the go-ahead three-pointer with 12.2 seconds left in overtime to basically seal the game. Okay? So Sonia she continues to put up a nice case. I know Paige is leading all statistical categories for rookies, but I'm pretty sure Sonia is right behind her with what she's doing. Okay? Dallas, I love that Zaza started today. I think she needs more shots, though. I'm gonna be honest. Paige and Enrique, come on. I know y'all high volume shooters because y'all have always been, but Isaiah can help y'all. Y'all 3 and 12. Spread the wealth. Like, they are hurt. Okay, Dallas, y'all hurt. Maddie Segrist is hurt. Ty Harris hurt. Dejanay Carrington didn't suit up today. Okay. Haley Jones. They picked you up for what? Like, I'm gonna be dead serious. Like, Haley Jones, I'm calling you out. What are you doing? What are you doing? I would like to know if you in the gym working on your jump shot, because that's what we need to see. Like, I just be feeling like she be going up and down and getting cardio. Like, I'm gonna be honest. A regression.
Mm-hmm.
It's been a regression. Like, girl, you be hooping overseas. Bring that over here. What's going on? What's going on? But I'm gonna say this. I really like Lee Uru. Y'all probably heard of her when she requested to trade from Seattle. Because basically she wasn't getting no burn. I mean, you not getting no burn with NECA and Dominique Malonga on the roster. I mean, Dominique Malonga is still transitioning. Like, she's still having a hard time. You think you're going to play? No. So she knew what to do. She said, I'm requesting a trade so I can get out of here. And it couldn't have happened at a better time for her. Okay? Tiara McCowan, and I cannot pronounce the other lady's name, so I'm not even going to attempt. But they had to leave for the Eurobasket qualifiers. So, and those are essentially their two biggest assets on the wings. So Lee Uri came in at the perfect time because she's getting burned. She's playing. You want it burned? Get in there. She in there, and I actually think she's doing a great job. She had, in 22 minutes, she had 6 points and 3 rebounds. Even though she fouled out the game, she came in and was impactful. Okay, so I really like that. But Mystics, Shakira Austin, she's doing what she needs to do. Like, the first 2 games of the season, she probably played 12 minutes, but she's been playing about 20 29 minutes per game these last couple of games, and she been doing what she need to do. Okay? She was 7 for 16 today, had 21.7 rebounds. All right? Kiki. Kiki, do you love me? Are you riding? Y'all remember that? Yeah, Kiki. I don't know when Kiki has gotten into Kiki, but since she made the transition, Kiki been, wouldn't you say?
She been killing. She been killing. She been killing. That's it. She
Kiki
been doing
been
what she need to do.
okay. 19 points, 7
Mm-hmm.
rebounds, 6 assists, 5
Mm-hmm.
steals.
Mm-hmm.
What?
Mm-hmm.
I love it.
Efficient.
I
7 for
love
12 from
it.
the field. Yeah.
Come on. Brittany Sykes, she didn't have too much of a great like shooting game today, but obviously you can tell she's still their engine.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. She was, y'all free throws today were killing me. I'm gonna be honest. Y'all free throws today. Look at this. It was a 3-point game. Y'all missed 13 free throws. They missed 13 free throws today.
Yeah.
It didn't have to be this close. If y'all just made y'all free throws. Like, Sonya was missing free throws. Kiki missing free throws. Kiki missed 4. Brittany missed 3. Suge Sutton missed 2. Sonya missed 2. Jay Melbourne missed 1. Like, yeah, that's unacceptable. Y'all could have won a little bit more convincingly if y'all just made y'all free throws.
Mm-hmm.
But Emily Angsta, she only played 6 minutes, but she came in and had 2 big blocks. I'm gonna be honest. Those 2 big blocks were momentum shifters. Like, and she got them back to back. So y'all see 6 minutes, but them 6 minutes, those 2 blocks, very, very impactful. Okay. I would like to see Aaliyah Edwards get back into the groove of things.
I was gonna ask like how she been doing because
Yeah, she ain't really play like that today. She only had 11 minutes and only took 1 shot. She didn't score, so I don't know. I haven't watched the Mystics before this, so I have to see why she hasn't been playing. Like, I know she was injured for a little bit. Maybe they easing or doing like a minutes restriction to get her back into it. I don't know. You know, they never really express these things to us. We just find it out along the way. But yeah, I don't know what's going on with Aaliyah Edwards, but I think she's gonna be a major piece for them down the line. I know that their coach today, he actually got a technical foul. Sidney Johnson, because he was upset that the refs weren't calling fouls. That's he got a little spicy today. He Sidney Johnson got a little spicy today. The assistant coaches had to hold him back. He was trying to go after the ref today. So yeah, I seen that. I thought that was pretty good. He was fighting for his team. So I love when coaches get texts, because that kind of fires you up, because they hot, they spicy. So now you gotta follow that energy. So this was really a great game today. I enjoyed watching it up until I did, but yeah, the Mystics, they're a playoff team. I know their record says they're under 500. They're 6-8 right now, 2 under 500, but they're not like an eighth seed that you want to see in the first round. They're not, because they can definitely bump somebody out for sure in a series.
yeah, they look good. They look good.
They do.
They do. So, shouts to the Mystics. I don't think either one of us caught this game today, obviously, because there was 3 games on at 3 o'clock. One of them being Chicago Sky and the Atlanta Dream. Um, the Atlanta Dream beat the Chicago Sky 93-80. At one point, I did see it was a closer game. I'm gonna have to go back and watch this on replay. Ariel Atkins seems like she showed up really big for Chicago. She had 29 points today. And 6 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 steals. She filled up the stat line today. Um, who else? Angel, she had 10.17 rebounds. Excuse me, 19 rebounds. 1 block, 3 steals, 4 assists. Again, filling up the stat line.
She had 19 rebounds.
19. That's crazy.
Hold on. First and foremost, like for people that be coming at Angel Reese, like I get it. You were the MVP of your YMCA team. I get it. Junior Knicks. Yeah. Me too. Me. Okay. Do y'all know how impressive it is to even get rebounds in double figures? 19 rebounds?
That's a lot.
This young lady, like her knack for the ball, like I don't care what y'all say. Okay, she's getting her own rebound. But do you know how fast your first step got to be to get your own rebound?
That's what I'm saying. You still got to bump. You still got to go get it. You still got to put in effort to go get the rebound. And she got 19 of those. So that's a lot. That is a lot.
Like
her motor is high. That's all that tells me.
She's banging with grown women. Like first, like this ain't college no more. These are grown women. All right. Like I want to see half of y'all Twitter finger warriors. I want to see what y'all look like doing the Superman rebounding drill. I want to see. Cause all of y'all that's talking trash about her, she's patting her stats because she's getting her own rebounds. I want to see you play pickup. I'm tired of arguing. I'm not wasting my energy no more online with people who don't got no coordination. Y'all don't got no coordination. Why am I arguing with y'all? I scored 1,000 points in college. What? 19 rebounds. Anytime y'all say something about her, I'm gonna just say 19 rebounds. I'm gonna bring it back to that because that's impressive. Let alone getting 10 rebounds, let alone averaging double figures in rebounds. Okay? Y'all are crazy because there are men in the NBA who just get paid to rebound the ball and block shots. That used to be a role at one point. Y'all ever heard of Ben Wallace? Detroit Pistons? That's all he did was block shots and get rebounds. So like all this like trivial talk that y'all be talking about, like she's not that good. Shut up. 19 rebounds. 19 me-bounds. Excuse me.
We gonna talk about that. 19 me-bounds. But yeah, filling up the stat line. Rachel Banham, your girl, she had 10 points. 4 assists. She shot 2 for 5 from the 3.
Yeah,
on Atlanta though. Go ahead.
Rachel to turn it up. I need Rachel Banham because I really like you, Rachel. I really like Rachel. She has one of the purest shots that you will ever see in the game. Like when y'all when y'all see Kayla McBride, how she shoots. That's how I think of Rachel Banham. Like, y'all got to go look at her body of work from college when she was at Minnesota. Killing. Like, the girl can shoot. I think these past couple of years, I don't know, maybe because she's been traded and trying to hop and find teams, but Rachel, come on. Like, come on, girl. I'm sorry for interrupting, Roxanne.
Oh no, I knew that was gonna happen because how you feel about Rachel. So yeah, she you good. For the dream, Alicia Gray. Alicia Gray been killing. She
Mm-hmm.
been killing. She had 19 points today, 5 rebounds, 4 assists, 1 block. Killing. Ryan Howard, your girl. She had 22 points today, 3 assists, 3 rebounds, 2 steals, 1 block. Uh, Tahina is another one. You want to talk about the rookies? They just they producing. She had 16 points today,
Mm-hmm.
3 assists, 2 rebounds. She shot 5 for 7 from the field. Shot 5 for 6 from the three.
Yeah.
Tahina, I think I saw a stat like she's leading some she's heading some stat out of the rookies. I think for I feel like 3 point percentage or maybe field goal percentage, but again the rookies are producing. So
Facts.
shouts to Atlanta. Like I said, they won that game. Also want to come at the Chicago Sky's front office. This is something that Brittany and I was talking about before going live. And I guess we're like skipping around, but I feel like it's also on point with, we got news this week that Angel Reese, she just created a court in Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
Shouts to Angel Reese for doing that. It looks fire. She partnered with Cash App to do it. If you didn't know, she already had a partnership with Cash App over a year ago. And that is the court that you're seeing on the screen. Um, and so, yeah, they partnered again. Um, and then she also partnered with a company by the name of Project Backboard, which I feel like we've seen them before because they go around in different cities and they transform public basketball courts to strengthen community ties. So Angel Reese partnered with both of them to do that. And she created a court in Chicago. Um, this is a dope way for her to give back. Um, and then obviously Chicago being like her second home, everybody knows her as the Bayou Barbie,
Mm-hmm.
but she's also, she's taking on Chicago as her home as well. So she got this done. But with that being said, and shouts to Low, yeah, no, the court is fire. Like it's dope. It's fire. Um, shouts to Low because this week I saw a Low's tweet and it was something. It's not verbatim, but something about how Angel Reese was able to do this before Chicago's front office was able to provide them with a new facility, and she's absolutely
Mm-hmm.
correct.
Yes.
She's right, and they need to be called out. I feel like we've called them out so many times between Brittany and I don't know because we also and shouts to Beyond the 9450. Make sure y'all following the 9450, but
Yeah.
we did a whole episode, hell, maybe two, really breaking down different front offices and what they're doing, what they didn't do in Chicago. Just first of all, everybody knows Chicago has a bad reputation. The front office has a bad reputation.
Yes.
I think this week, I don't know how it came up, but somebody interviewed or asked Natasha Cloud a question in regards to Chicago and her stint in Chicago. Or she was like, "I'm never going back."
Mm.
Like I'm never going back. Like there's just certain organizations you don't want to play for. One being Chicago, another one being Connecticut. We saw Marina how she felt about it when she
Mm-hmm.
got traded over there. It's just that's the truth of the matter. The facilities are trash, and obviously the front office they don't treat the players how they should be how they should be treated. Excuse me.
Yeah.
So I still like to say Lauren is absolutely correct. If you don't know, some of the front office individual, like people in the front office at Chicago, actually have commercial real estate experience, commercial real estate development experience.
Yeah.
There's no excuse for still not having a facility that these women can call their own, that they can practice in and not worry about somebody coming in the locker room, sharing a locker room, sharing public spaces.
Yeah. Like, this is a professional team. They shouldn't be in a recreational facility. Like, for them to be practicing at a place that's open to the public is actually high-key disrespectful. Like, it's a professional team. They should have their own lockers, their own spaces. Like, it really is unbelievable that they still have not adopted a player first mindset. Like, y'all know y'all reputation. Y'all absolutely know y'all reputation. Like, I would like to know who else, like, on the ownership group, because, like, D Wade, where you at? Like, where
I
you
feel
at?
like he plays a minor role. I'm gonna be honest. No disrespect to D
Like,
Wade. And I also, excuse me, I also misspoke about Natasha Cloud. But I don't know how it came up in conversation, but she did bring up the franchise and she spoke about it. But yeah, as far as D Wade is concerned, I think that
I want to know how the other owners feel, or how they've, like, because the majority is making y'all look bad.
yeah,
Like, the
like
front office bad. Jeff Pelagi, whatever your name is, you gotta go. You gotta go first. And this is why y'all should have just let Teaspoon rock. Like, y'all should have let Teaspoon rock. Yeah. So caught up in the analytics and all of this, and wanting stuff to be instantaneous gratification. And right now, we want to win right now. Y'all got Camila Cardoso and Angel Reese on your team, and y'all not doing a great job. Y'all not doing a great job building around them.
Well, didn't one of the front office, like the owner, say something about, I forget what his name is, say something about Angel Reese and her production, maybe like last week. Yeah, he did. He said something. I will have to pull it up, but he said something that a lot of people did not like. But yeah, I don't know. Nobody likes Chicago. The decisions that they've made in the last few years have been really piss poor. That's just the fact of the matter. At this point, there's no excuse. Like said, he's right. Like, he's correct. But even before we get the billionaires here, like, we just need a solid foundation, and Chicago doesn't have that. They don't have that. They don't have that. Oh, dare I say that? Yeah. Well, maybe.
Right.
I'm not necessarily mad at that. But I feel like they can be. I feel like they can be. I feel like they can mesh well. But they do need a guard. And I'm gonna say it. I miss Kennedy.
Yeah.
I miss Kennedy. I love Kennedy. If y'all didn't know that.
Yeah, Kennedy in
I'm a Kennedy
Mexico.
stan. Yeah. She does need more space. Kennedy is in Mexico signing titties and kissing babies. Literally.
No,
Literally.
that's a fact.
Like, this is what's happening for Kennedy. I don't know if y'all know that, but she's winning she's getting buckets.
Yeah.
And literally signing women's breasts and kissing babies in Mexico. And having a blast and having a ball, and people appreciate her.
That's a fact.
They appreciate her. But she's missed. And Jody is correct. Jody said Definitely Miss Kennedy. Her and Teaspoon are much needed. Absolutely. Yes. Yes. She's
Mhm.
having the ball overseas, but they need her. They need her, and but I don't want to get lost from the plot or get away from the
Mhm.
plot. The front office of Chicago, y'all should be ashamed. I don't want to hear nothing about what y'all thinking about, what y'all planning. Y'all just need to do it. It's done. People don't want to come to your organization. They don't want to play for Chicago.
No.
They don't. So get it done. Get it done. Shouts to Angel Reese. This is how you get it done.
Mhm.
Shouts to Angel. The court looks amazing. It's beautiful. This is going to be great for the community. I love that she's partnering with a nonprofit to do it.
Yeah.
There you go. But moving on. What other game was today? Well, I told you the Liberty and Storm are on now. We got the Sun and the Valkyries later. Um,
Mhm.
I guess we can move on to yesterday's games, which was Saturday's games. The Mercury in the Sky. I didn't catch this game, but the Mercury won 107 to 86. Um, I guess we could just talk more about how Phoenix showed up. But I think Satu Sabli is this season. She's catching like career highs. She's catching career highs. Um, but yesterday she ended up with 15 points. She shot 2 for 3 from the three, 5 for 7 from the field. Kalia Copper, 16 points, 5 steals, 3 assists. Alyssa Thomas, 11 points, 8 assists. Oh, her assists are up. Alyssa Thomas assists are up. Kalani Brown, she had 11 points. Um, Sammy Whitcomb.
That's your girl.
Yo. When the Mercury beat the Liberty, I
Mhm.
was like, yo,
Who
how
is
many
this?
threes Shorty gonna make? How
Yeah.
many threes Shorty gonna make?
Yeah. Mhm.
She's been on a tear from the three. She
Facts.
shot she shot 50% from the three against Chicago. She shot 5 for 10. That's crazy. I'm sorry. She shot
Yeah.
5 for 10.
She been in her bag. She been in her shooting bag for sure. For sure. I think I might have to do a little compilation of Sammy and her shots because like she been hitting all types of threes, like contested threes, wide open threes, like off the bounce threes, like homegirl. The
Like,
only
get
the
this. Somebody
all
put a hand up, please.
the only three she ain't shooting is logo threes like Caitlyn. That's about it. But she got
Yeah.
every other type of three covered.
Yeah. She be getting it done behind the arc. So yeah, Phoenix beat the Chicago Sky. The Lynx versus the Sparks. I was able to watch some of this game. The Lynx won 82 to 66. Nafisa did not play. For what I understand, she had a couple issues with her back, like a tweak in her
Mm,
back. So she
mm,
didn't play. Um, De'Erica Hamby ended up with 13.6 rebounds, 4 steals. Azare Stevens, 11 points, 9 rebounds, 3 assists. Rakia, she had 9 points. Rakia got to do more.
mm-hmm.
I'm going to say it. I love Rakia. Been about Rakia since college, but she could do more. She could fill up the basket a lot more. Um, Kelsey Plum, she had 15 points, 4 assists. For the Lynx, Kayla McBride was going off. Kayla McBride was going off. She finished with 29 points and was talking shit.
21. Can you do something for
She
me?
she she was talking shit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I love that energy.
Nope, same. She was killing. She was killing, especially in the fourth. She was just killing. She ended up with 29 points. She shot 5 for 7 from the three.
Mm.
5 for 7.
Mm-hmm.
It was lights out for Kayla. Courtney Williams, she had 18 points, 6 assists. 4 steals. So yeah, Minnesota again. They beat the Sparks 82-66. Friday's games. The Storm versus the Aces. I had to go back and rewatch this game. Brittany watched the game. um, but the Storm beat the Aces.
It was a good game.
It was a good game. 90-83. This was Asia's return. She was out because concussion protocol, so she wasn't available. But this is her first game back, and again, some of the notes I have from that game was the Aces defense looked horrible. They cannot defend screen and rolls for the life of them. Again, Aaliyah Nye was a nice spark off the bench, very similar to what happened today. And the Aces were down as much as 10 in the first quarter, and they ended the first quarter down 2 because, if I remember correctly, Aaliyah Nye shot a 3 in the corner to bring them down by 2. So they started picking it up. The Aces started picking it up. I want to give a shout out to Erica Wheeler.
Come on, E.
Gotta give flowers to Erica Wheeler because she's been doing what she's supposed to do.
Yes.
She has been showing up, looking like an OG in the league.
Come on, Scarlet Knight.
I'm not gonna lie. You looking like a true. You looking like a good vet.
Yep.
Period. You looking like a good vet, a seasoned vet.
Yep.
Right now, you look great, and I'm glad that she's having the opportunity to go to a team where she feels like she could be herself, because that is what she was telling commentators. That Seattle, they let her be E. That's her words, not mine. They let her be E, and it shows. Like, she's been producing. Go ahead, Britt.
Let me say this, because this is why you need people who've played in basketball to talk about basketball, okay, and give you some insight. So if y'all didn't know, Erica Wheeler was my teammate in college, okay? When I was a senior, she was a freshman. Let me tell y'all, before Erica got to school, on her official visit, I'm gonna tell you, that's when I seen it. When she was in high school, I said, "Oh, this, she's gonna be something." She's from Florida, I believe. Liberty City. Is that Miami? Miami? I know it's Miami. Her and Chelsea Lee. Miami, Florida. Okay. She's always had a high motor. She's always been a high character person. Like, when you see her, like, because earlier this year, you seen a clip of her wheeling in toys for Ezzy Magabor and Alicia Clark. They had a toy drive earlier this year. And who comes in with toys? This is they didn't ask for this. Erica comes in after practice and she wheels in a barrel of toys for their toy drive. Okay, so that's the type of person she is, right? She is 1,000%, one of the most unselfish people I've ever met in my life. Okay, and much respect, RIP to her mom. I think that's why she also plays with such joy. Her mom passed away when she was in college, and that was, that was her everything. She's single mom. So shout out to Erica. She deserves everything that she's getting. And I wanted to just say something to the people who were calling her whack last year. That's what I want to say. This is a call out to y'all that was calling her whack, because last year she was with the Indiana Fever, and obviously she had to be around the Caitlin Clark show and had to deal with that, so she really ain't get a chance to play like that. Minutes were reduced last year, but still was a stand-up vet, played her role, ain't complained not once, and still killing. And if y'all, like, how dare y'all say she was whack? If you've been following Erica, she been overseas in Poland killing. Like, with these past 3 seasons, been overseas in Poland killing. So yes, just wanted to give Erica Wheeler her flowers because she's doing what she needs to do. I love that they put her in the starting lineup too, to help Skylar, because Skylar. One thing I love about Skylar is, like, I feel like she represents our generation. Like, she a little younger than, like, maybe a couple of years younger than us, but she represents that, like, high motor, high energy. Like, I don't care what you say. I'm talking. I'm bringing it to you. I'm clapping in your face. I'm bringing energy. Like, we seen that on Friday with Skylar. Like, she was hitting shots, playing defense, picking you up. Like, this lady is what 10 plus seasons in, and she's still picking you up 90 feet. I'm picking up 94 feet. Skylar don't cheat the game. That's what I love about her. She don't cheat the game. She respect the game, and she play like that. Like, NECA. NECA? Did you watch NECA? Did you see what NECA was doing? When did NECA develop this jump shot? I want to know. Like, am I late? I didn't know she was shooting threes like that.
Finished with 25. She finished with 25.
At least 3 for 4 from the 3-point line.
Yeah.
She was killing that. That threw me off. I'm gonna be honest, because I didn't think she could shoot like that. Like, she was shooting for real.
And Gabby Williams.
Yeah, Gabby Williams. She another Swiss Army knife. That's another Swiss Army knife. I'm gonna put her up there with, like, Natasha Cloud.
Yeah, she everywhere. She
everywhere.
is. She is everywhere.
Like her.
She had a great game too.
Like that.
Your girl Kia Stokes, she had 4 points.
Nah, I already told you, Kia Stokes, she got to get a little jump shot or something. She got to help Asia.
Yeah, she does.
It's over.
Yeah, I'm not. So yeah, anyway, like I said, the Storm beat the Aces 83-90. And I think that was the recap. We recapped all the games that we watched this weekend. Make sure that you catch the current game that's on. I think it's halftime, the Storm and the Liberty. And then there's one more game tonight. The Valkyries. Yo, the Valkyries been dogging. They've been killing.
They have. They've been very surprising.
What's the name been killing?
I don't think we anticipated them winning 6 games this fast.
No.
Like, they gotta. I want to know what they rank with, like, expansion teams and how fast they've won. Because
I think they're doing a great job.
Yeah.
I mean, after, like, going through some of the expansion teams, and we was talking on Beyond the 9450, and we gonna talk about Portland later because they reviving the Portland Fire. But, like, that's an example of an expansion team that was just. And granted, it's still early, like, in the season, so we don't know how the Valkyries are gonna, like, pan out when it's said and done. But they've showed up. Like, in the beginning, it was hard for me to watch the Valkyries.
Yeah, I remember you said that.
Yeah, it was hard. Caleb McBride. I mean, I said Caleb McBride. Kayla Thornton.
Yeah, she been
6th player.
She been showing up.
Most improved. She's making
a case for herself.
A case for herself. Like, she's been stepping up like a leader for the Valkyries. Like,
nah, facts.
Seriously, she's been showing her ass. I'm gonna be honest. She's been doing a great job. And then we see how just the court, the where they play, where the Valkyries play.
Mm-hmm.
The amount of fans that was in the building the other night,
Yeah.
I'm like, oh yeah, Jody said she didn't know Sugar Rogers is on their coaching staff.
Oh, word.
Yes.
Ah, I've been wondering where she been at. Okay, I
So
like that. Okay, I didn't peep that. Thank you for that, Jody.
they've been doing a great job.
Hmm. Yeah,
They've been doing a great job.
Sugar Rogers at G Town, she was different. Okay, she was different. I got a chance to play against Sugar Rogers, and she put us through
Let's just say.
some games. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
she put us through some games. All right, I know. Who else? Yeah, Monica McNutt, I believe, was on her teams with Sugar Rogers.
Mm-hmm.
Woo.
No, she was on her team.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, she was. But yeah, no, they've been doing a great job. So make sure y'all watch the rest of the games for tonight. But yeah, that was our recap of the games. All-star voting. Make sure that y'all out here voting because they release like the current status of like where certain players are in the polls or in the votes, and it looks kind of crazy with the people that they had like in the top 10 and people starting. So I say all that to say, make sure that y'all voting daily for people that y'all would like to see hoop in the All-Star game, and that also has earned. Um, I'm gonna say it, just that have earned these positions as All Stars.
Yeah.
Yeah, they had a bunch of Indiana Fever players on there that right now I think if the polls were to like close. Yeah, Jody's right. Right. She took the words out of my mouth. She said it looks like it's about to be a fever game, basically.
Mm. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like be for real, y'all. Be for real and vote for real. Be for real and vote for real and vote every day. Vote every day. So that's your reminder. Um, Moving on, more so to the business of sports side. We kind of hinted at this earlier, but it seems to be that the Portland Fire are coming back into the league. I feel like Brittany and I spoke about some potential expansion cities,
Mm-hmm.
and Portland definitely was one of them. And if you don't know, this is going to be the 15th franchise, and they're set to play in 2026. Um, and the reason why we know that this is definitely a go is because this week for the United States Patent and Trademark Office, um, we saw that the WNBA actually filed trademarks for the Portland Fire, which was their original name back in 2000. Um, and so, yeah, they're using the same name. They filed for like apparel, footwear, headwear, um, and some other classes for entertainment and sporting events. Um, and so yeah, they're one of the teams that folded after 2 years of announcing their expansion back in 2000. So they folded in 2002, and I like that they are bringing back the same name, and I'm excited to see who they bring out. I mean, I had to go back and I was like, yo, I forgot about the Portland Fire and Jackie Styles.
I was just about
Dog, Jackie. Yeah.
I was just about to bring old girl up.
Yeah. So I'm looking forward to seeing how that franchise kind of like reinvents itself. Um After such a short stint. Just
Yeah.
2 years, again, not waiting to see it develop. Very similar to what Brittany and I talk about all the time. But I think they're gonna do it right this time, and I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, like If y'all gotta go back and look at Jackie Styles highlights. Like, lady was so like how y'all see Kelsey Plum and how
Mm-hmm.
like Caitlin Clark and all of them was scoring in college. Like Jackie Styles was that before them. Like
Right.
before they got like that was who she was. And then also too, if you go look up Nikki Teasley. Nice. Yo,
Yes.
nice. Okay, because she wound up on the LA Sparks after they kind of like just
Mm-hmm.
mantled and whatever. Like, whole girl was whoop, whoop, whoop. Like, you want to talk about Chelsea Gray, like point guard, Nikki Teasley. We need to bring her back to the forefront because old girl was out here, okay, putting people on skates. Skates. Doop, 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 doop. All right. Going crazy. All right. So, yeah, Portland. Bring it back. I'm here for the nostalgia. Brittany, what was my career best? I think 29 points. I think I scored 29 points against Tennessee at the Garden. That might have been my career high. Uh, thanks for asking. But I did have a really, really great game before that against Notre Dame my junior year. I tore my tendon in my finger that same game, but gave them like 28. That was like one of my favorite games because I had 28 and I think Piff had like 25. So great game. I gotta get that game on a CD
On
so
film.
on
Yeah.
film so we can show that game because y'all see it in the game. Like I'm going like this to my trainer. She like, put your hand down. She's like, put it down. I'm like, oh yeah, I don't want to let them know that I got injured. She's like,
Right.
but thanks for asking that question. Bring back memories.
Yes. So yeah, shouts to Portland.
Shout
Definitely
outs to
looking
them.
forward to that. Moving on. Me bounds. We talked about this. Yeah, I was making fun of Angel Reese,
Mm-hmm.
with the rebounds and her having to rebound her own missed shot.
Mm-hmm.
As we said earlier, that's still crazy to do. Okay, it's still a lot to do, and I love that she took what was supposed to be a joke and y'all throwing shade, and it was about her business. Got in her Birkin and was like, "Yo, let's go file a trademark application for Me Bounds," and
Yeah.
that's what you do. That's what you do, and that's what she did. She filed the trademark application for Me Bounds, and then with that, she dropped some apparel behind the Me Bound brand. And then one of the slogans on the shirt was anything that comes off the board is mine. I think it's hilarious. But what makes it really dope is that she also partnered with I think who was it? She partnered with no, she didn't even partner with anybody. Some of the proceeds are going to be towards helping fight against cyberbullying. That's what it is. So
Mm.
that's what her foundation is doing. Which again is in line with the people making fun of her and saying that she gets me bounds. That's cyberbullying. So I love that she's putting this to good use. And this is how you make business. You make lemon out of lemonade. Oh, her charity. Yes. Thank you. Um, yeah. You
Yeah, I
make lemons out
mean,
of lemonade. Well, you
that's
make lemonade out of lemons. And that's what she's doing. And shouts to Angel Reese.
yeah. I already said what I had to say about her, and how I felt about y'all, and y'all non-having accolade people. Like, get out of here.
Yeah. This. But this is what you
Oh,
do.
oh yeah. Can I just ask you a question, Chantee? Since you have some experience with trademarks, how costly is something like this, like filing a trademark? Because this is not something that is free.
Yeah, no, it's not free. It depends. So it depends on how many classes you want to file something in. So like I said before, I think what was this? Well, no, I'm gonna bring it back to Portland, the Fire. They filed in class 41. So for each class that you file in, you can pay up to $250 per class for one trademark. So it can run you a few $100s to a couple $1,000. It just depends on how you want to use the trademark. For Me Bounds, she's using it for apparel. That's one class. But if she wanted to use Me Bounds for something else, like a website or I don't know, like anything different, it would just go based off how many classes you want to file in, depending on how you want to use the trademark. So it can run you a pretty penny, on top of you probably having to pay your attorney to file it and pay attention and make sure that everything is fine and prosecute it. So it can run you anywhere from a couple hundreds to a few $1,000s.
Yes. So she's investing in herself. She said, I'm taking my money and filing this because y'all are crazy.
Y'all are crazy. Y'all want to play, and this is what you do.
Yeah, you know how what Busta Rhymes said? Flip mode gonna flip it on you. I'm a flip mode squad. Like she flipping it on y'all because y'all are crazy.
Yeah, and she's doing it the right way. So again, shouts to Angel Reese. Y'all need to stop giving her ideas. That's really what y'all doing. Like y'all giving her business ideas. But I mean, so yeah, keep it going, I guess. But it's not gonna work out. It's not gonna work out for y'all because all y'all gonna do is be typing, and she's gonna be getting money. Yeah. She's gonna be getting to the bag. What would you rather be doing?
Yeah.
Typing text, limited characters on an app, or getting to the bag, and that's what she's gonna continue to do. So, shouts to Angel Reese. Oh, you know what we should have did? Pulled up the video of
what's her name? Yes.
On Indiana. Not Angel we're not even there yet.
Sydney Colson.
Thank you for Sydney, because there was a video of Sydney going around before Indiana played the Aces today. And I can't remember the reporter's name, so my apologies. But
Callie Finn.
Shouts to Callie, was asking her questions about how she feels being back, playing against the Aces, considering that was her previous team. I love the fact that Sydney focused on like CBA negotiations, because that's still something that's happening as of currently. Like the WNBA is negotiating with the WNBA. The players, they asking for better things for being in the league. We talk about the security, we talking about charter flights, we're talking about maternity leave and insurance coverage. They're asking for more, right?
Let me see if I can bring up the video.
Yeah, so y'all can see it.
Let's see. Can y'all see this?
We can see it.
Okay.
But it's not playing yet. I can't. I don't hear it.
Should I play it again? Was it too loud?
I didn't hear anything.
You didn't hear anything?
I didn't see. I still see when you're in the hashtag.
It's not playing at all. Hold on, maybe that's because my headphones are in. Let me see.
Yeah, maybe. Nah, it's fine.
Damn it.
It's okay.
I'm
But
sorry.
in that clip, no. In that clip, Sid Colson brings up the negotiations that are currently happening with the CBA, and she's like, she wants to focus more on that. Um, and with that being said, yes, you know who Pearl Moore is. You on mute. You on mute. But yeah.
Yeah, we've heard of Pearl.
Mm-hmm.
Pearl more before, for sure.
Mm-hmm. Um, and so with that being said, last week or the week before that, it got out that the WNBPA, who is the union of the WNBA and represents the players, they were left out of ION negotiations. Um, and so the WNBA and Scripps Sports 2 Fridays ago said that they had a multi-year extension to continue airing games on ION. The deal, terms of which were not disclosed, adds to the league's 11-year, $2.2 billion deal it agreed to in July. Months ago, Brittany and I mentioned that the $2.2 billion was low.
Yeah.
It's low, considering the numbers that are coming in, the viewership, all of that. They could have asked for more. Come to find out, the players actually wanted to be included in these talks in the negotiations with ION. And Kathy Engelberg actually kind of alluded that they would be able to sit down at the table and talk and negotiate for this deal a few months ago. But of course, Kathy didn't make good on what she said or alluded to. And so the players felt some type of way about that. Obviously, these negotiations, when it comes to like media deals, this matters because the amount of money coming in will ultimately determine player salaries. This has an effect on player salaries. So of course, it would make sense to have, you know, player players there to represent and speak on behalf of players.
Right.
Um, and so that just I want to bring that to everybody's attention. The players were not involved in these negotiations with Ion. Kathy mentioned something like moving forward that she'll have them at the table, but this is something that the WNBPA asked Kathy for, like the opportunity to sit at the table months ago. So Kathy was well aware of the fact that players wanted to be there, and they did not get invited to the table. Again, this is fitting, considering what Sid Colson also said today. Um, Brittany and I do not have any inside information as to how those negotiations are going as far as the CBA is concerned. Is there a possibility of a lockout? Of course. And the fact that Sydney Colson felt the need to speak on that now shows, like, how important this is to these players, right? Like,
Mm-hmm.
the league is growing, the numbers are growing, the money is growing. So things have to grow contractually as well, not just in regards to their salaries, but just all around basic human needs that these women need or these players needs to be handled contractually. So um, we'll see how that continues to develop.
Yeah. I mean, I don't really have anything to add. I think they, they lowballed us from the beginning, and
Yeah,
how
definitely low ball.
how can we fix this?
Just keep
Come on.
showing numbers and negotiating, but you know, Kathy, we'll see how the CBA negotiations go. If there has to be a lockout, I think all the people that are in support of the WNBA, like the true supporters, will respect it.
Mm-hmm. Facts.
We'd respect it. So whatever they got to do to get what they need, we're here for it. At least 21 Titles is here for it.
Facts.
Um, Angel McCautry, yeah, I don't. this week, this week, Angel McCoughtry said some things on another podcast in reference, and it wasn't just about Haley Van Lith. She was talking about how essentially how social media has played a huge part in players getting to the bag, and how social media presence is important in growing your brand as a player in today's and just basketball for today. It's important. Like she mentioned that's essentially what she was saying. As part of the point that she was attempting to make, she mentioned Haley Van Lith and basically asked the two women that are part of the podcast if Haley Van Lith would be in the league if she had less than the amount of followers she currently has on her social media. With that, people dragged Angel McCoughtry on social media. They dragged her. They even went so far as to bring up Angel's rap career. I'm gonna be honest. They brought up Angel's rap career. Yeah. The one thing the internet gonna do is they're gonna expose. And it's shady.
Yeah.
And so I know that you wanted to talk a little bit about, I guess, what Angel said in regards to like the brand side of what she said, because she had some valid points.
Yeah.
She just expressed them very poorly.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like I got what she was trying to say, like, but it still came out wrong. Like, I think she could have worded it differently. I think she's saying like how now social media is a factor into whether or not front offices are considering you. I think that's a real statement because we all know that your influence is also a factor. I mean, right? We seen that with Caitlin Clark, right? Like when Caitlin Clark got into the league, like Indiana ticket sales went up, right? Like Indiana local coverage went up. Like that influential factor is also a factor now in today's time. So I get what she's saying with social media being an influential factor. I think she also stated that she believes that these athletes should be taking marketing classes so that they know how to market themselves a little bit better. I think she's right with that. We should. I mean, this is a business of sports show. That's the business of sports, promoting yourself. Because a lot of social media NIL deals are post, right? Social media posts. How are you utilizing and leveraging your social media? So her saying that makes sense. They should have marketing classes. You shouldn't just be outsourcing this and letting this be done by your agents. Like, you should also understand how impactful you are, how influential you are, like directly. You should know that. It's the same concept. Me and Chantee were talking about this behind the scenes, as if like when someone hires you to write a book, you don't read the book that you that you hiring somebody to write for you. Like, how don't you read the book that you're essentially paying someone to make it happen for you? Like, just like an artist should understand the ecosystem in which they're getting into, right? Who is controlling your budget? Who is doing this? So like, I like when she hit on those points. Essentially, you being in control of how you present yourself to the public. That marketing, you need that now. This is something you need in your wheelhouse for sure. Right. If you want to take your brand to the next level, because that's really what this is.
And I agree with her in regards to that. But I just didn't like that she used Haley Van Lith as an example.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
today she apologized. She actually did a video apologizing for using Haley Van Lith as like an example of what she was trying to say. Um, so
Mm-hmm.
I like the accountability. I love the fact that she didn't just sweep it under the rug. She apologized. And that's it. Um, Shouts to Angel McCautry. Um, but yeah, that's what happened this week with her.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to switch into NIL news, but before we do, make sure that y'all follow us on all social media platforms. Um, I think we are one subscriber away from 100.
Mm-hmm.
So make sure that you are subscribed to our YouTube channel. Make sure that you're following us on all social media platforms. Make sure that you follow the 9450 on all social media platforms. We also have a podcast over there that's solely focused on the business of sports called Beyond the 9450. Um, but yeah, right now we're going to transition into name, image, and likeness news / college news. And John Calipari has had enough of the transfer portal tampering. Okay. First of all, tampering's been going on for years. It's been going on for years, but he's tired of it because he's like, yo, it's getting out of control because of NIL. It's getting
Yeah.
out of control. And he also, what I thought was interesting, he called out the fact that the NCAA allows student athletes to transfer as many times as they want. He said he can agree to maybe 2 transfers, but the 3, 4, 5 times, he was like, enough. He was like, that's too much. You don't know, like, these players are not getting settled at the school. Um, they're not really getting to know or develop as a player, because as soon as it gets a little hard, he insinuated that as soon as it gets a little difficult, they want to leave.
Yeah.
Um, I'm gonna read a quote. He said they should be able to go once, maybe twice, without penalty because the coach lied. For example, the coach may have told them, "You're shooting every ball. You're gonna shoot every ball. I'm gonna play you this way," and let's just say the coach didn't tell them the truth. Then they should be able to leave. But 4 times, that means that the first sign of trouble, I'm out. If you're a parent, wouldn't you tell your son you're fighting this out? No, you're staying. You're gonna go do it. Um, and that's a lot of the conversations being had now around NIL. If this is giving student athletes like a quote unquote easy way out instead of sticking through different adversities that may come their way while experiencing collegiate basketball or collegiate sports. And yeah, he also made mention of the fact that the ability of the student athlete to be able to leave whenever they want to also could affect them in court and in the classroom, because obviously with tampering, you may come across like bookies or other people that may promise you things, and
Mm-hmm.
you also are promising things like, okay, I'll stay at the school for 2 years, oh, I'll stay at the school for 4 years, but then you end up transferring and not adhering to whatever verbal commitment you may have said or like contractual commitment you may have signed. And so that also can cause issues for student athletes there too. So he's not wrong about that. And like I said, he mentioned the classroom. Bernie and I always talk about like how are credits like handled now? Like how are the credits? Like
Yeah.
I remember the NCAA clearinghouse. There's still the NCAA clearinghouse from what I understand, but like I don't know how they keep track of just the credits from student athletes switching. You have student athletes that transfer every year,
Yeah.
and not just 4 years, 5, 6 years because of COVID years. So like, how are they keeping track of that? How are y'all graduating on time?
Right.
Like, those are the things in which John Calipari brought up, and he's just saying that the portal tampering needs to stop. We're seeing coaches literally say they're reaching out to certain players while they're in the portal, and he's like, that's tampering, like.
Right.
But it's, yeah. So just wanted, I found it interesting that such a high profile coach, as John Calipari, was so candid in speaking about just the woes of not just NIL, but just the transfer portal. Um, and these are things that I like to read. Yeah. Yeah. Because I'm like, how, Jen? How? Like, how? How is it possible?
Yeah.
So, I like this candid talk because Brittany and I often wonder, like, what conversations, like, how do the coaches feel? What conversations are happening in the locker room with stuff like this? Like, we don't get to hear it. So, I like it. It gives insight.
Yeah.
These are things that we consider, so I know it's frustrating for them.
Mm-hmm. And he a high profile coach, so he not gonna hold back. He gonna give us the real. Yeah. Because there's a lot of things that slips through the cracks that we don't talk about. So
Yeah. Shouts to John. Shouts to John. Private equity. We've talked about private equity firms looking to get into collegiate sports, especially because of the house settlement that Brittany and I talked about 2 weeks ago. The house settlement happened. Now these student athletes are going to be able to get equity, and uh, they're going to be able to get equity or a piece of the equity that comes in from their schools, on top of getting payback bread or payback money, or back pay that they should have gotten as student athletes. So, um, private equity firms have entered the chat. And so right now there's a new $500 million initiative from a sports consultancy agency by the name of Elevate, that's going to be bringing some money into college sports. And um, so Elevate, if you don't know who they are, they were created back in 2018 by executives of major sports entities like the San Francisco 49ers, um, the Washington Commanders, the New Jersey Devils. They have a lot of good people on their team. And the $500 million that I mentioned, it has at its disposal. Um, it was committed by another PE firm, a private equity firm by the name of Velocity Capital Management, and the Texas Permanent School Fund. So the money is ready to be deployed at in Texas, um, or rather to schools, through what's called private credit agreements. And that means that Elevate will lend money to schools on a deal by deal basis. And then the schools will pay Elevate back under negotiated terms. Um, I just want to make clear that Elevate is not looking to like own any part of these institutions that are getting the money from these private equity firms. Um, this is just an opportunity for not even just Elevate, but other private equity firms to come in and utilize their own services and products to like help the schools. So that's how they're also going to be getting paid, these private equity firms, because they're going to be using their own products and stuff that they've already created to assist these schools. Um, I think that this is a great idea. I think that this is going to help a lot of schools that are not going to be able to pay out the funds that they have to pay out to student athletes because of the house settlement. This is where private equity firms are going to shine. And we're going to probably be reporting on a lot more private equity firms entering into the realm of collegiate sports because of it.
couldn't have said it any better myself. I mean, we got the hint that private equity was, really trying to enter the space when we seen like Mark Lazary talk about owning uh, a college team, a collegiate team, and him actively, vetting collegiate teams to
Mm-hmm.
essentially be wanting to become an owner of them at some point. I know they saying that they don't want to own nothing. Yeah, that's right now.
For now, yeah.
That's right now. That
Yeah. That may
it does
change.
right. That may change over time, but I mean, this makes sense for schools that are looking for money. Like, they're gonna pay you on the front end, and you gotta pay them on the
Get
back.
their money. Yeah, they're gonna get their money back
Yeah,
on top of some interest or whatever is
they are.
negotiated. So, they're gonna get it back.
They are. They. Oh my goodness, the rich just keep getting richer. It's yeah. All right.
But it's gonna help. So,
Mm-hmm.
um, Michigan. This is all because of the House settlement. So, Michigan, the state of Michigan has now seen a bill introduced that would potentially target part of the agreement that revolves around reporting NIL deals with the NCAA and investigating those deals. So basically, long story less long, the House settlement happened, right? Now, these student athletes, like I said before, um, are going to be able to get paid due to revenue sharing. Like they're going to be able to get a piece of the pie now because of revenue sharing.
Mm-hmm.
But here's the thing: also under the settlement, student athletes now have to report every NIL deal that's over $600 or $600+ They have to report that to a specific agency, and they have to, if in fact it's more than $600 and it looks a little suspect, this that entity that's like controlling the NIL
Mm-hmm.
reporting piece that we talked about, they
Yeah.
can go investigate. Michigan's like, dog, we don't want y'all in our business. We don't want y'all to investigate what the like what's happening with these deals, and we don't want y'all to get information about the deals that we making. That's $600+. Like, mind your business. I know that the settlement happened, and I know what the court said, but the state of Michigan is not willing to do that.
Mm.
That's like basically what's happening. So the name of the bill is House Bill number 4643. It was introduced by certain representatives, like I said, of Michigan last week. And like I previously mentioned, the bill would completely ban reporting deals to the NCAA. On top of that, it would also prohibit schools from assisting in any investigation and ban athletic associations from penalizing athletes or schools for noncompliance.
Mm.
So they think they DA DA
Just now?
breaking news. That's crazy. Did he just do that? And yeah, we forgot to mention the NBA Finals is on. Obviously, I'm sure y'all watching it.
Halliburton tore his Achilles?
Damn. And we just talked about Achilles tears.
But you
So
know what's crazy? Because he's had a calf
he had an
injury.
issue with his lower leg. Correct. So now you trying to fight through that because it's the finals and it's win or
This
go
is what
home,
we talking
and
about.
you overcompensating.
Yes.
And now, yeah, and I'm pretty sure if I had to guess, it's the same leg. It's the same side.
Uh-huh.
That's
Wow.
unfortunate. That's
Wow.
unfortunate. And I had the Pacers winning tonight. I don't know.
I'm gonna tell you, I picked OKC, but this is terrible. Yep, same leg.
Same
Same leg.
leg.
Damn. Damn. Well, this goes into saying I was going to talk about Jonquel Jones going down for the
Yeah,
injury
talk about
report.
it.
Yeah. So on what game was it when they played Mercury? When they
I
played the
believe it was that
Mercury
game when she went down.
when she went down. Yeah. So essentially, they reported. Damn, that just makes me upset. But Jonquel Jones will be out for 4 to 6 weeks. They said that she re-aggravated the ankle that she injured in the beginning of the season. This just feet. Take care of the feet. Like I've been talking to like just physical therapists, and they're telling me like, yo, we're gonna continue to see Achilles tears and ACL tears, just because the load has increased. The athletic load, the physical load is going to continue to increase. That's just the unfortunate consequence of us getting to this space, right? But our feet are the foundation, man. Again, this right here goes into my theory that prevention protocols, they're needed. They're needed. Like, man, I feel so bad now because I know that's
horrible. That's terrible breaking news. But I'm glad.
And you know what? I think my younger brother just texted me too. My phone died.
Oh, of course it died.
I think he was texting me talking about
Halliburton.
Because anytime somebody gets injured, they text me now. Like,
yeah, because it's so many. It's so many.
Yeah.
That's unfortunate. I'm sorry to hear that, and I'm sure we'll be reporting on that. We're just gonna keep adding to the injury report that we do.
Yeah. You know,
where's the Halliburton?
You want to know where's Ray Burrell?
That's a good question. That's a good question. I'm about to do a quick Google because I haven't heard about her after she went down.
This is what I'm saying.
I don't know. Just remember, we got the last report we got. She was out like 6 to 8 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't think there's been an update since then. They
haven't given us an update at all.
No.
Damn. Just look, y'all. If you are right now, stretch. We in our 30s. Okay? And I'm gonna be honest, 30's been kicking my ass. Kicking my ass and showing me that I haven't been doing what I need to do. If there's one piece of advice I can give to the 30 plus and older audience, stretch. Every day. Every day. You know why I say that? Because I'm seeing my peoples in their 50s, 60s, hip replacements, knee replacements left and right. Like, we don't want that. I still think 50 and 60 is still young. Knee replacements, hip replacements at 50 and 60? Nah, that our bodies ain't made to deteriorate like that. I'm damn near I want to live to 100 years old. My body break down at 60. I got 40 years to go. Nah. So make sure y'all stretching for real. Stretch. It's essential. And walk. Matter of fact, DA, I'm putting a public service announcement. DA has started a walking club on the Strava app.
There you go.
He will put an invite on the 9450s feed.
Yeah.
Okay.
And y'all follow that.
Follow the Daniel Artest Fitness Walk Club. Because it's important. Movement is mandatory. That's my slogan for my business, Smiling Bellies. Movement is mandatory. Because we got to keep ourselves flexible as we get into our older years, yo. Like, we losing the elasticity, the plasticity, the neuroplasticity, right? Like, I think that exercise directly correlates to cognitive function. Cognitive, the brain. And drink water. It's getting really hot. I suggest y'all eat water also. Watermelon, perfect. Make sure you squeeze some lime or some lemon on that joint and then take it to another level. I prefer lime, but I just prefer lemon. But yeah, that's going to take the hydration up a little notch. Okay? Make sure you're getting in the water and you're eating water-rich fruits. Melons. Get your honeydews, your cantaloupes. Obviously, we just talked about watermelon. That's like great. Coconut water. Okay? Stop drinking Gatorade. I know y'all conditioned. I know. Replenish, refuel, rehydrate. It's a lie. It's a lie. It's a lie. They're lying to you. Okay? They're not doing that. Get you some water. Get you some coconut water. Do some stretching. Okay? And last but not least, make sure y'all following us. All right? There's no reason why we shouldn't be at 100 subscribers today. Like, all right? On all social media platforms. YouTube, come on with it. Hit the notification bell. Stop playing. All right? We appreciate y'all. Do we have any other
No, we just saw the last thing I will say is Brittany and I saw that now for Mercedes-Benz to get in your car. I don't even know what country it was.
Yeah,
I'm gonna say it was probably Eastern, like Asia or something. I'm gonna say it was Asia. But now they're making Benzes so that they can scan your eyes, so you can open the doors.
Yeah, I might not be able to play the video.
It's fine. I just want people to know this is where we're heading with like technology, AI. Then, this week I was sending Brittany a couple of posts that I saw because now they're creating AI influences. It's getting crazy.
Oh yeah, yeah.
They got mukbangs with fake people. It's really, it's scary. It's scary, and you need to use and do your due diligence, because now, like Brittany and I have been talking about for a few years now, we're at this space with AI that you're gonna have to question everything now. You're gonna have to question what you're seeing and what you're watching. It's scary out here. Also, we're not gonna get into politics, but we see what 47 is doing.
Oh my God.
We see what 47 is doing. Stay prayed up if you believe in that thing, and stay positive. That's all I got without diving deeper into it, because it's nobody's bigger than the program. That's it. 47 is not bigger than the program. Nobody's bigger than the program. We the program. The people are the program. That's all I got to say. Keep it positive. Be kind. Stay vigilant. Do your due diligence.
Yeah.
Ask questions. Ask questions. Ask questions.
Yes. Ask a lot of them.
Ask questions and don't accept things for what they may look like. Do your due diligence.
Facts.
Go back in history. Learn your history. Read. That's all I got. And if you know, you know. If you got it, you got it. If you missed it, it's all good. You got some time.
Go get that.
Make sure you also support Brittany. You got Groundwork 29. Go make sure you cop that. Link in her bio.
Come on, y'all. Like Chantee said, it was just Juneteenth this week. Make sure you studying. Make sure you reading. Because they're not going to educate us on anything. So you got to do it yourself. Self-education is key. And we hope that we've been able to facilitate some education tonight with the topics that we talked about, business of sports, WNBA, NIL. So we appreciate y'all, and we hope that we see y'all on the next episode.
Yeah, peace. Oh wait, DA said he put the joint in the chat. I don't see it. The Strava. Either way, if y'all see it,
we're gonna post it on our.
We're gonna post it somewhere else.
Yeah, we're gonna post it, but yeah, make sure y'all moving. Make sure y'all staying hydrated, and make sure y'all staying blessed up. We appreciate y'all.
Peace.